we're here for clout, dude. We are here for clout. We fucking, it's too lazy to try, okay? It's our fucking boy. Fucking reacting to Joe Rogan finally addresses his former guest's murder charge. Crazy. Any YouTube frogs watching this after the fact, if you guys want to watch the original video, it'll be linked at the top of the description if you don't want to hear me yapping. And if you do decide that you like me yapping and you enjoy your stay, feel free to drop a like and a sub. And if you really like the video, feel free to tap in on the second link in the description, which is my Twitch stream. If I listen to Viper again, the TikTok ban thinks we're all commies. Yeah, bro, that shit's crazy. It's for you to watch in your free time, not on stream. I just thought you'd like it. Oh, wait, what did you send, Sarah? Oh, I'll check it out for sure. Yeah.
All right, so Joe Rogan finally decided to address the guest that he had on his podcast who went on to get arrested for murdering and dismembering somebody. If you're not familiar with the story, there's this civil rights attorney that Joe has on a lot, Josh Dubin, who usually brings on people who were wrongfully committed, and it's gone well, but recently he decided to push his luck with his last podcast, and he brought on this criminal, Sheldon Johnson, who they obviously presented as a reformed criminal, who they admit did commit crimes and was charged for them, but they claim he got an unfair sentence and he was screwed by the justice system, and now he's changed. He realized what he did was wrong, and he's turning his life.
Deadly assassin! Oh, that's fine. I know you frown probably got more motherfuckers to rate. That motherfucker's already rated me like a bunch.
Around. But that podcast probably couldn't have aged much worse than it did, because only a month after that, and I think only a year since he had been out of jail, he went on to get charged with murder. And this happened about a month ago, so I figured at this point, Joe probably wasn't going to address it.
Oh, no. Oh.
At all. You know, I figured he would just let it die down. But then the other day, when he had Akash on, he actually did bring it up, which probably wasn't the best idea.
Dude, I feel like when you're doing podcasts, bro, and you got some like crazy shit like this that happened, right? You eventually talk about it, or you feel like you have to talk about it, dude. Also, bet Josh, put it in watch on stream if you don't mind. But yeah, Purple, my day was great. Watched the football draft with the boys and showered, and that's pretty much it. I woke up late as hell.
Yeah, because his response wasn't great. Like, he's still trying to downplay it and argue that maybe the criminal justice system is the problem, and him being in jail is what caused him to go on to dismember somebody. So obviously most of the comments...
I mean, I think you could probably make, like, sort of that, like, argument for other people, right? But, like, straight up killing someone? Like, do you really think this guy was, like... It was because the fucking, It was because this motherfucker, you know... had a little rough time in prison. He was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go kill someone. You know? The judge called him a menace to society. He proved the judge right. Bro, they downplayed his prior conviction and action so fucking hard. Don't give the dude any credit. He didn't tell the story right. The guy kidnapped and robbed and beat someone and was let out early. Jesus Christ, bro. Yeah, I mean, I think the U.S. does a bad job with, like, reforming prisoners and shit, but I don't think they do such a bad job that somebody that was already prior, you know, I want to give everybody a fucking second chance if they prove that they earned it, or, you know, just if they were put in a bad scenario and that's why they did it. But if he kidnapped, robbed, and beat someone, you know, I feel like you got to be at least a little more wary. A little more wary. I didn't see the Texans pick. I don't know if they even had a first-round pick. I might be dumb. I missed, like, some of the picks because I was, like, it was just taking so fucking long. I ended up, like, starting to upload shorts. Yes. By the way, Neon was let go. That motherfucker is back in the U.S.
Are criticizing Joe's response. You know, people are like, bro, they're downplaying his prior convictions and actions so much. Don't give this dude any credit. And another person said, Joe still got that woke far left mindset. And another person said, "This is why we don't trust Rogan."
Wait,
about
wait,
woke
wait,
dad
wait, wait,
women
wait,
so
wait, wait.
much."
Rogan still has that woke far left mindset? What?
Don't give this dude any credit. And another person said, "Joe still got that woke far left mindset."
Yo, I hate to tell these fuckers. Joe Rogan does not have a woke. Joe still got that woke, rich, far left mindset. What? What? Yo. Okay, one, as someone that would say they're, a fucking motherfuckers call this stream a lefty safe space, right? Whatever fucking bullshit. As a self-proclaimed progressive, right? Joe Rogan, me and Joe Rogan, I mean, I see eye to eye with him on a couple of things, but like, he is not far left and rich far left. Like, if we're talking far left, like socialism, is not like, I mean, I guess you could say there are some people that are rich and far left, but they're few and far between. Like, let's not act like rich and far left are like things, woke, rich, far left are like things that usually like coincide. Like, who the fuck are rich? Like, I would love to hear about some rich far left. I mean, you can say like, ooh, Hassan, ooh, Hollywood people, but that's not like far left. Like, Hassan is far left. Okay, there we go. We have one person that you can shit on and point at, right? But Joe Rogan, simply arguing for the fact that he is not far left, literally has fucking conservative motherfuckers on all the time and hangs out with Ben Shapiro off the podcast. Like, this motherfucker is not far left, bro. He's like either slightly left-leaning or centrist. He's not far woke far left, okay? Like, let's not like be like Joe's still woke far rich far left. Even if that was true, let's not act like, only rich or woke rich far left motherfuckers can give motherfuckers a second chance. Like, anybody with some fucking compassion could give someone a second chance. Just probably shouldn't have done it to this dude. He should have done more research, I don't know. Greenish, what's up, homie? It's crazy. I mean, why the fuck are we judging YouTube comments? Literally, some of the dumbest shit I've ever fucking heard has been from YouTube comments. I also really do appreciate kind YouTube comments, but I've seen so many people get pressed that literally don't even know what the fuck they're talking about in YouTube comment sections. I don't know. Besides the body parts in his freezer and multiple other crimes, Sheldon is a good dude. Slavery and Jim Crow are not excuses for murder. I would have to know more about this to know what the fuck this person is referencing. So, I don't know. I've seen our system release violent criminals who admitted that they wanted to kill again. Our system is fucked. Yeah. Like that Christopher son stream woo just got home, so yay. Yo, if Joe is left, I'm straight. Yo. I'm gonna be honest, I thought Joe was conservative this whole time. I don't watch him, so I mean, a lot of people will just write off Joe Rogan and say that he's conservative or like whatever, like think that he's a horrible person. I don't think he's a horrible person. Again, I have really tried, like the last year specifically, even though I do consider myself progressive and I'm not a fan of people like Ben Shapiro and Matt Walsh and people like that, I do try and hear out conservative people. And also, I try not to label people. Like Joe Rogan has had some like fucking horrible, stupid guests on, right? Like, Matt Walsh literally just spewing fucking crazy, untrue facts about trans people, right? But he's also had like fucking Bernie Sanders on, and I think he does give a lot of these fucking people that he interviews some pushback, Now, do I consume Joe Rogan a lot? No, but I'm gonna hear him out on points and hear him like talk about things and also be fair to him and not just write him off. Justice system let out a non-violent offender that had beaten an elder and robbed someone with a gun that proceeds to kill one of my good friends. So fuck this system. Real? I mean, look at Joe Poe. He given him a third chance. I'm the wild card in YouTube comments. I just say something completely off topic and out of it. W. Bro, stop yapping. I just want to watch the movie. The movie? What? I don't think he horrible. I think he just sees this image to get hate bait kind of thing. So he gets views. So yeah. Low-key, I just thought that was his all thing. He was like Ben. I just never cared to watch his podcast, so I never knew. Yeah, no, he is not like far right or right wing. I mean, some people will say that shit. He's definitely not far left. Okay, let's stop acting like far left is like literally. If conservatives want me to take them seriously, they gotta stop acting like fucking far left is like somebody trying to cancel someone on Twitter, bro. Like, shut up. That's not far left. You can't. It's like me trying to say that fucking Donald Trump is far right. Like, if you want to be taken seriously, you gotta be like, Donald Trump is a right-wing fucking political figure that has a couple of far-right ideologies. But for me to be like far-right, it like removes a lot of my legitimacy, you know? Limburg, I love you. Nah, bro, took that too far. Wait, who took what too far? He smokes weed, and most conservatives hate that shit. True. I might be hyping. My VF doesn't need to know this. Yo, I got you. I'll keep my mouth shut.
And another person said, this is why we don't trust Rogan about other shit, because he can't be honest about this. So this gets brought up because they're talking about how flawed the justice system is. So Joe starts to refer to some of his Josh Dubin podcasts.
But you know what they do? They lock up black men for almost nothing and then force them to be slaves in prison.
Yeah.
And they create things. They work on the fucking chain gang.
Yeah.
All that shit is slavery.
Yeah.
It's just, and they would find ways to prosecute. Look, we
Illegal
know
marijuana.
today.
I mean, that's true. That's literally true. That's literally true. That is literally the U.S. prison system.
I've done a ton of podcasts with Josh Dubin, who used to work with the Innocence Project, and now he's got his own thing with the Ike Perlmutter
Also, if you look at how many fucking people are in jail because of weed, bro, like, what the fuck?
Center. But they find people that are wrongfully convicted and help them get out. We've had a bunch of those guys come on the podcast, including one guy who came on who was actually guilty. He was guilty before, and we knew he was guilty, but he got 50 years.
Right.
And then he was talking about how he turned his life around in his, like, a month after he was on the podcast.
Yeah.
How long was it after he was on the podcast? 2
Yeah.
months? Maybe 2 months? Cut some dude's head off.
Yeah.
And he was wearing a blonde wig, and homie didn't understand new HD security cameras. Like, this dude put a blonde wig on. They got crystal clear footage of him with his goatee on, wearing a blonde wig.
Oh, is he talking to what's his name from that's like mostly known, but oh my god, I'm blanking on his name. Fuck, dude, holy shit, the other comedian. Oh fuck, I'm completely blanking. Anyways,
some dude's head.
And I'm surprised Joe would even bring up Josh Dubin.
I was hoping this incident would allow Rogan to see Josh Dubin as a grifter who made a career off of selling sob stories and injustice, but no. Reading between the lines and outside of the margins, I chopped him up. Sheldon Johnson, a reformed man. Some people are just evil. They don't need bad things to happen to them to be evil. I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, I think it just depends. Okay, let me catch up with chat here really quickly. Bro, I could be... Oh, I'm picking fights in YouTube comments section. Don't mind me. Fair. Even though he doesn't give a fuck. LMAO. Oh, word. Yo, W chill, cop boyfriend. Bro, I could be seen as far left, but I agree with people on the right side sometimes. People just assume I call people by their pronouns that I am just so far left. Yeah, dude, that's another thing is like... Just respecting someone's pronouns immediately makes some motherfuckers call you far left. Like, dude, maybe the person respecting someone's pronouns is just like a centrist or like a centrist conservative, right? And they just don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck about this like imaginary scary war that you're creating in your fucking head, you know? I do agree with one political side more than the other, but I still hate everyone. I think the apocalypse should start. That's my political stance. Lol. What the fuck? A dude on my town's most wanted list was wanted for selling pot. That's crazy. But violent offenders get 2 years for good behavior. SMH. The apocalypse for president 2024.
Because it seemed like Joe didn't really want to address the situation.
Dude, I really was pro, what's his name, JFK, whatever the fuck, right? And then I saw the way he talked about, like, Israel and Palestine, and we literally just talked about it, right? Like, fuck Hamas, but also, like, the innocent people dying. Like, there needs to be more sympathy from a politician like that will actually get something done. And the only person I've seen that has been like, yeah, like we need to like at least hold these motherfuckers to a standard for how many people they're killing is Bernie. And of course, we can't fucking get Bernie. Again, he's too fucking old. He's not Joe Biden. He's not going to think he can run again when he's too old. But that is the only motherfucker I've seen. Like, I'm not kidding you. If a conservative candidate would be like, yes, we're going to hold Israel to more, like, hold them more accountable, right? And make sure that less people die, I will vote for them. If they really mean it, I will vote for them. Independent party, I'll vote for them. I literally cannot bring myself, after seeing everything that's going on here and like Joe Biden's failed attempts to like try and bring some peace, right? Not even, he hasn't really tried even. I can't fucking bring myself to vote for that guy again. I literally can't, bro. It would make me sick to do it. Maybe that's just some fucking, call me a dumb lefty or whatever the fuck, but like literally I just can't do that shit. Yeah. I was trying to think of, I had something else to say about that. Sorry, it's late.
But once you bring him up, then obviously you have to talk about the elephant in the room. And I figured Joe was probably just done with him after the whole situation, because I can't.
Yeah, I'm going to have to look into Josh Dobbin more. Dobbin. I'm going to have to look into Josh Dobbin more because I don't know what the fuck anything about him. But YouTube comments are not happy.
I can't imagine Joe was too happy with him for bringing this guy on. Like, almost every article that was written about this story mentioned Joe in the headline. So obviously it was a bad look for Joe, but it is fascinating to go back and listen to that podcast, knowing what
he complained about spending too much time in prison. I mean, again, bro, use empathy, fucking care about other people, but also if you're going to do something like this, be prepared for it to go bad, right? Like it could go bad. Like you could get burnt. You could literally fucking, get fucked over. Like, kind of like Joe Rogan did. He let fucking Josh Dobbin and his fucking homie that he thought was safe come on his podcast, and now he's under fire for it, I mean, that's why I don't vote. I don't want to be a part of that shit. Not like me voting for president changes anything. Yeah, it's a really sad state. I mean, again, it's like, as a democracy in America, it is a good thing, and you should exercise your right to vote. Again, that's why I will always say that local elections are very, very important. I'm kind of sad because I might not be in this state for the local elections. I vote to cancel out my dad's. Oh, that's real. No, that's real as fuck, bro. What was I gonna say? Even Joe Rogan, though, back to my point about like Palestine shit, even Joe Rogan's like, yo, what the fuck is going on in Palestine? Like, we got to do something about this, which is crazy. Again, like anybody that writes off Joe Rogan as just like a fucking conservative commentator, like there's not many. I mean, Candace Owens, you could say, is like pro-Palestine, and Sneeko. I do kind of genuinely believe that Sneeko is genuine about that. Based on some of his former takes and shit like that, I don't really believe that Candace Owens is genuine. I think she's just trying to be facetious. That's just my personal opinion, But yeah. Also, if I vote for president, no matter who I vote for, people are gonna make me feel like shit for voting for the other guy. Yeah, I mean, here's what I would say. Like, do research on it. Figure out who the fuck, even if it's a third party, right? Figure out who the fuck, like, matters to you that you genuinely care about, or like they have a position that you genuinely care about, like being a change, right? No matter what side, it doesn't fucking matter. Fuck what anyone says about you. I fucking voted for Joe Biden in 2020 because I genuinely thought he was going to help. I genuinely wholeheartedly believed that. Now, he's been president for 4 years. He changed my mind. Oh, yeah, the TikTok ban. That was another thing. Like, dude literally invalidated so many people, and they literally banned TikTok as a control thing. And he stood by and signed that into effect. So, yeah, I can't bring myself to vote for him. And God knows I can't fucking vote for fucking Donald Trump being like, we're gonna kill all fucking drug users or whatever the fuck crazy shit he's saying. I know that isn't real, but I know that probably everything in the Middle East would be just as bad, if not a little bit worse in my viewpoint. So I don't know, dude. I got to do more research before I vote for president as well. But people have died to give us the right to vote, so you should still vote either way, in my opinion, though, not trying to upset anybody. Nah, I mean, that's valid, dude. You can vote and never tell a soul who you voted for. True. My God, Chris, the hate YouTube comments on your videos might as well be written by 7-year-olds. Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. This video that I'm doing right now is definitely gonna give me a lot of hate if it hits the algorithm. Like, people are just gonna like shit on me. Like, the other day I shared fucking Pirate Gaming or Pirate Software's fucking statement about him paying all of his workers the same and like paying people well and stuff like that. And I literally got a couple of hate comments. People being like one dude was like, I can't stand these people that make these faces in their thumbnails. It was literally just me going, crazy, bro. Like, I'm really getting close to the point where I just, like, am not going to read any YouTube comments anymore. And not even me trying to, like, make an echo chamber, right? I would just like someone to talk to me like a human being. And the people in the YouTube comments don't talk to me like a human being most of the time. Also, I open the door to anybody that disagrees with this conversation to talk to me like a normal human being. Say your point, say why you believe it. Weirdly enough, Tom McDonald had some people in that comment section that were like completely like literally shitting on me so hard. But there was also some people that was like, hey, brother, like good reaction. Like, I understand where you're coming from. Here's some more songs if you want to learn more about Tom McDonald. Like, obviously we disagree, but this is a good video. Like, have a good one. Like, that kind of shit. Like, if I got that kind of conversation, I wouldn't mind. Or like, even like, hey, we disagree. Here's why I disagree with you, but I respect your viewpoint. Like, shit like that. But a lot of the YouTube comments is literally like, you're dumb, you're annoying. Like, you stupid lefty. Like, shit like that. It's just like, bro, what the fuck? Why are you even saying this? Why do you feel the need to say it? Which brings me around to what I'm trying to convince my mind, which is, I should feel bad for these people. If somebody literally takes the time out of their day to write a long comment about why I'm unbearable and why my voice is annoying and why the way I talk is annoying, clearly there is something else in them that either makes them insecure or not feel good about themselves that they need to say that about me, some random stranger on the internet that literally max gets 3,000 views on a video like this one, you know? I think Joe Rogan has a good heart and doesn't want to hurt anyone, but he still has that type of vibe of dad stuck in his ways, but still trying because of his gay daughter, you know? Yeah, I think that's a perfect way to describe Joe Rogan, actually. At least thinking about it right now. Like, he definitely has a good heart, I think, in my opinion. Fun fact, I signed up to vote this year. I'm 26. Hey, nothing wrong with it. I don't know. People have been telling me for years to vote when I turn 19. I just don't care enough for that shit. I'm going to probably go to Canada whenever I can anyways. Yeah, I mean, again, if you can vote on a local level, that will help. That will genuinely help. If, like, local officials will change things. So, if you got some time, you want to fucking figure that shit out, you can also, if you don't want to go, like, and vote in person, I'm pretty sure they're still doing mail-in ballots. I could be wrong. I haven't voted in a while. My shit, I'm fucking cooked. I gotta fucking practice what I preach. You know, I'm being a hypocrite right now. But I'm gonna try really hard this election season, no matter where I'm living. But I might be wrong. I don't watch stuff. Yeah, I mean, from what I've consumed, Sorrow, back on your point of, like, the dude with a good heart, I agree. My first voting experience was Donald or Hillary, and I would say it ruined my experience. So, yeah. They should go outside and touch grass. Yes. Why would I talk to you like a human when I can talk to you like I haven't taken my meds in a week, Chris? Well, I care about you, Greenish, so you can talk to me like you haven't fucking taken your meds in a week. Gee, did y'all see the Watcher trailer? Ugh, I can't wait. No, I didn't. I might have to check that out. Fafubi, what's up? Also, I have no idea. What's up? I saw the nice comments people left, and those I respect, but if you leave a hate comment, maybe don't watch the video. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the thing about the other channel is it's going to be nice when that's, like, fully monetized, right? Because I'm pretty sure I still don't have AdSense there, but we're getting close because it's at, like, 920 subs, right? 925 probably by the time that this video comes out. Once we hit 1,000, it'll be monetized, so at least the people that are shitting on me constantly, they will be giving me 0.1% of a cent every time they watch one of my videos, you know, or some shit like that. Chris, the only annoying thing about you is that you don't show Lil Tecca more. Yo, I appreciate you. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's definitely some annoying ass parts of me, bro. What's go, y'all? Yo, what's up, Fubby? You know, doing a couple reacts. Also, I just saw I said 19. I meant 18. Yeah, I figured. Yeah. Not my local official. Unfortunately, though, I live in Iowa. They lie. Oh, I ran out of my antidepressant, so I'll talk bad to commenters how I believe they should be treated. Oh, shit. Chris is lying, too. I have no idea. How have you been, though, bro? Infophobia, what's up? How have you been? Or for YouTube people, you can skip ahead in the vid to not hear this idiot yap. LOL, I love you, Chris. Oh, yeah. Also, it's so funny to me that literally a bunch of motherfuckers will comment like, dude, you're so annoying. I would like you fucking ruined the original video. And then third party people to the fucking conversation, because I'm usually like, sorry you didn't like it or like something like that, or like, my bad, gang. Third party people will be like, bro, he literally said in the first 20 seconds the original video is in the description. And I just laugh. I laugh so fucking hard, bro, that a third party, Fat Rick, told somebody the other night, hey, brother, yeah, he said in the first 20 seconds, linked in the description. It was so fucking funny, bro. Shout out Fat Rick. Yo, thank you, Purple. I appreciate you. Almost 1K subs on the YouTube is hype. Yo, thank you, homie. Actually, so I've been double uploading to YouTube recently. One to one channel at different times and one to the other pretty quickly, which the one that has been the quickest has been the 1K subs. And then the other one's just kind of like a little science experiment that does well with shorts. But that one has more subs. And the monetization, I did not realize how much I was losing, like literally how much money I was losing out on. I mean, not a lot. I probably lost out on like maybe $200 on the channel with 1K subs not being monetized. But yeah, dude, I'm excited to get it up to 1K, which is the partnership. And thanks for having me up. I appreciate you. Need a good idea, but I need to get opinions. I want to get a witch being burned on stake, but I don't get how to do that without looking psychologically damaged. Yeah, turn up one time. We love some psychologically damaged motherfuckers.
What happened afterwards? And obviously,
oh, yo, you found a coloring book? W.
Hindsight is 2020, but looking back.
Sorry, YouTube viewers, by the way, and anyone that was really intent on seeing this for me yapping so much in the first 3 minutes. I'll let it play out a little bit more, or at least try to.
Back on it, you could definitely tell the signs were there that this guy hadn't changed much. And even right when that podcast was first released, there were a lot of people that were very skeptical.
Nah, this guy is a textbook thug is crazy. Some guys spend a lot of time in prison creating the perfect story, how the justice system did them wrong and how what they did wasn't deserving of their punishment. They leave out or recontextualize all of the parts of their story which make them look bad. They are also hardened gang leaders and criminals, as Johnson was. So often good at manipulating his life story, he told Joe was packed full of appeals to emotion instead of valid explanations. I have serious qualms with Dubin and how he operates himself as well, but that's a whole different story. Dude, I mean, there's validity into this for this specific instance, but I think if you're gonna like view this for every fucking like inmate and shit like that, then like you have a very twisted view of the world. And I guess turn up one time, dude. Yeah, I guess it's literally fuck everyone that has ever like fucked up in any way, you know? But like if you're, and I'm not saying that this person does, but if you're gonna take this stance on somebody that was like smoking weed, then like in my opinion, you need to check yourself for your empathy levels. But you know, that's just me, brother.
Skeptical of him. But I guess Joe must have just put all his trust in Josh, that he brings on guests that won't dismember.
I can't help but think this guy was destined for prison and that his seemingly unfair prison sentence was better for him and for society. Better in the sense that it kept him from committing crimes and the people he has helped and will continue to help. It's sort of a justice system success story. Yeah, he just killed a guy and dismembered his body. I remember thinking the same. Turns out we were completely correct. Yeah, I mean, and again, I didn't watch this episode, so I don't fucking know. I do not know at all about this guy in particular. I think it's just important to give everyone a fair chance before you completely write them off. But if it sounds like if you did some more research on this story specifically, then these people are 100% right, you know? And I think that's, again, why if you have a big platform like Joe Rogan, you might want to do more research on the person before letting them come in and tell their story here, you know? Oh, my dad, I wanted to get freaked out. Brother, I just want there to be an actual foundation shade that matches me. I don't want to be really tan either. That's real.
For somebody a month later. Like, I also saw this comment that I thought was pretty funny. They said, I wonder how many hours Dubin spends to get a person like Sheldon released. Imagine spending hundreds or thousands of hours, and the accumulation of your work is that a man gets his head cut off. Yeah, and all that time and effort put into this guy just to have him completely destroy your credibility. And it's just wild that Sheldon managed to bullshit his way onto the biggest podcast in the world only a year after he had gotten out of prison. I mean, he did have a good opportunity to turn things around and be a positive influence.
But he ruined it.
He just didn't care. So also while Joe's talking about this, Akash actually asks a really good question, which of course Joe doesn't answer, and he tries to...
Also, the thing is that we got to know is some criminals are great at lying. Like, yeah, after the story drops, it's easy to go, oh, I knew it. But people like this think of everything that they can to get away with shit. Yeah, absolutely, bro. Fufubby, thanks for stopping by, homie. Sleep well. Have a great day tomorrow, all right? Not to be homophobic on main, but can my BF please respond? Can my BF please respond before I fuck his tight twink butt? My bad. Can my BF please respond before I fuck his bear butt? His tight bear butt? My bad.
To skirt around it. But Akash asks him how convincing Sheldon was.
No. This guy apparently kidnapped, robbed, and beat someone, and then they got him out of jail quicker than he was supposed to get out of jail because he changed his life around. And then after he was out for 2 years, right? Is the story? He killed someone and dismembered their body after he was on the podcast, like a little while after he was on the podcast.
Was like if Joe actually believed that he was reformed, and then Joe just starts downplaying all his crimes again. And then he tries to say maybe the reason he ended up killing somebody is because of the time he spent in prison. Like, that's the problem here.
How sold were you in the room with him? How good was he at selling himself as this reformed person?
Well, what does it mean? Okay, so he didn't kill anybody in jail. And then he's out now, and he's got this new lease on life, and he's out, and he's trying to do something different with his life. When you listen to his explanation of what happened, why he went to jail, so he was a drug dealer.
Right.
And he had gone to jail before, and
he was a drug dealer is why they put him in jail? What kind of drugs?
Dude owed him money. Some dude, some drug deal, and the guy was like, fuck you. So he found the guy, and he pistol whipped him, and he robbed him.
Okay.
And he got 50 years for that.
Right.
And he was a habitual criminal, for sure. So should he have gotten 50 years for that? Well, I don't know. I mean, it seems like when he got out, he was kind of a bad guy.
Yeah.
But was that because he spent 25 fucking years in jail? Because he was 20. I think he did 25 years before they let 24 before they let him out, which is an insane amount.
Also, I just want to point out here really quickly, all these people upset at Joe Rogan, unaware. What is the word I'm looking for here? Unknowingly, they are canceling Joe Rogan, right? A big portion of people who try and cancel these people aren't trying to cancel them and be like, you can never have a career ever again. The point of canceling someone to normal, sound-minded individuals is just holding them accountable, which is what Joe Rogan fans want right now. So it's kind of funny because I guarantee you a lot of these people, they're pissed at Joe right now and are like, you need to do better. You need to hold yourself accountable. Or bro, I cannot fucking stand cancel culture, which don't get me wrong. Cancel culture is fucking stupid a lot of the times, okay? But I feel like it's one of those things where, these people would be the ones that are like, I never take cancel culture seriously, because there is some instances where you should take it seriously, Even for me, a lot of times you look into a situation and you're like, this is fucking dumb. I'm like, this is worthless. This is not worth our time. And then sometimes you look into it, you're like, oh, holy fuck. Yeah, no, this holds a lot of merit. And I need to take the situation seriously, So, yeah, basically just what I'm trying to say is have an open mind on things and hold people accountable. I think it's fair to hold Joe Rogan accountable to be better next time. I mean, I think he's genuinely, again, just trying to be empathetic towards people and has a good heart. But he did, in a way, fuck up here. He didn't do more research on both of these people, Dubbin and the person who was in jail. How was Homeboy supposed to know he was going to kill someone? I mean, yeah, do your research on people, but nobody expects that. Yeah. Instead of beating people up, he wanted to do something different and kill someone. Why does he look? I'm trying to wife someone up, but I definitely wouldn't touch the guy with a pole. Huh? Yeah, low key, why so many people mad at him, like, for having this dude on the podcast? Yeah, I think, like, it's important to hold him accountable, right? Like I was saying. But also people are, like, literally, like, super duper pissed and, like, angry at him. Like, literally, like, mauling pissed off. And it's like, yo, like, if you have some criticism, like, yo, tell him to do more research. Tell him to be better in the future. But, don't, like, there's nothing he can do about it now, bro. He was just trying to do something out of the kindness of his own heart. Chris, you said a slur at 12, and sorry, pal, by internet rules, we must get you off of every platform you have. I mean, literally. Literally. That's some fucking cancel culture shit. Like, look at fucking Tana Maozhao. Tana Mojang, or however the fuck you say her name. Somebody was yelling at me the other day because I said it fucking wrong. And when I said the other day, I mean a few months ago. Anyways, you know what I'm talking about, though. Probably, if you're tapped in, if you're fucking, like, under the age of 25, you probably know who I'm talking about. Anyways, she said the N-word on Twitter when she was 13, and motherfuckers like, yeah, we can never have this person. We need to cancel her. We need to get her off the fucking, all of her platforms. We need to get rid of her. Like, shit like that is worthless. Worthless. To, like, that's not going to help anyone. That's not holding anyone accountable. That's literally just trying to deplatform someone for pointless reasons. Sneeko, right? Let's look at Sneeko. Pretty much has been deplatformed from a lot of places other than, like, Rumble, right? And maybe Twitter? Yeah, Twitter. No, Rumble, right? Is, like, where the only places he's left. He said fucking crazy homophobic shit, right? His accountability is him getting removed from these platforms. Because it's, I guarantee you, most of the platforms that he got banned off of gave him warnings. I guarantee you they gave him warnings. But that's, like, a part of the accountability. And people will be like, well, you know, canceling people, like, that doesn't work. He still gets 5,000 viewers. Yeah, but he was much bigger at one point. And he could have had much more influence, you know, if he fucking played by, you know, just don't be outwardly crazily homophobic. Like, bro, you can slide past, like, to be honest with you, if you on your grifter arc, you can slide past being a little homophobic. Like, literally look at fucking Matt Walsh, okay? Look at Ben Shapiro, like, probably like 2015, prior to 2015. Like, you can slide by these fucking humongous, I mean, I don't know about Ben Shapiro, sorry, let me take that back. But look at these people with, like, transphobia and shit like that, right? These people still have platforms. Like, they might get in a little bit of trouble. Look at Steven Crowder. Like, they might get in a little bit of trouble here and there. They gotta, like, bounce around and, like, do their own things. They get demonetized, shit like that, you know? But they still have a platform. They still get recommended in the algorithm, right? You just gotta be fucking smart with it. But, back to my point, dude was deplatformed. And he has way less influence now than he did, you know. And a lot of people don't fuck with him like they used to. You know, Kai Cenat, fucking Speed, and Aiden all were like, who the fuck is this dude? We don't know him because he's, like, problematic as fuck. I remember when they wanted to cancel Josh Allen because he was a horny 15-year-old on his Twitter. Yeah, dude, I remember that shit. Oh, yeah, Chucky, I basically said, like, yeah, you know, holding him accountable is fair, but also, how the fuck was he supposed to know, you know? Like, fully that this guy was going to do something crazy like that. Like, hold him accountable to be better in the future, but he can't do anything now. Once hooked up with a guy who likes being called the F-slur during the do it section, and I'm never, ever going to be able to enjoy that, so he made it real awkward because, sir, you didn't speak about this beforehand when we talked about things. My brother has a homie, and his little brother was friends with the dude who did the hate crime at the Top store in Buffalo, and that motherfucker was in their house eating dinner with my brother's friend, and they never fucking knew what he would do. You just never know. Yeah, literally. Yo, what's up, Urban Legend? How's it going? Lidra, what's up, homie? How are you doing? You doing okay? I mean, at the end, there was a few signs. I was like, how did you miss that shit? But if someone can appear normal enough, the human brain is like, okay, nothing seems off. I mean, bro, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I get taken advantage of for people that I fucking make content with, who I'm friends with, who I just let be fucking chatters. Literally take advantage of me. I was talking to Chucky the other night, like, a decent amount of my friends have fucking, like, switched up on me or, like, stopped fucking with me. Because, like, I don't know, maybe I like, let the wrong people in, you know? So I would totally be susceptible to something like this. 100%. Not the Joe Rogan again, LMAO. Joe Rogan's actually somewhat... I mean, it's interesting.
Time to be locked up in a prison and then expect to acclimate. And
so you're saying, did prison make him much worse?
Did prison make him much worse? Because it certainly can with some people.
Yeah.
But we've had people on that were innocent. And
yeah, and I agree with that to a point, by the way, what you're saying about like prison fucking people up and it's hard to reacclimate. But again, there are some people that are just super violent and need to be like either under watchful care or like in a facility of some kind, you know? Hot tub pick? Yeah, his fucking nipples, bro. That shit's crazy. Yo, what's up, you frowned? How's it going, bro? How's your stream earlier? Rather vomit than see that? Yeah.
Prison made them amazing. I mean, something about like the constant studying and the accepting your situation in life, even though you were innocent. And then a lot of those guys got released, and it's crazy to see them like they lost 20 years of their life for something that was bullshit, complete bullshit.
Yeah, and like our system does fuck up a lot. To be fair, you know, like our system is by no means perfect. Like it needs to like there needs to be a better job done. And there are innocent people that sit in prison. Again, like people, in my opinion, who smoke weed. You know, motherfuckers who smoke weed, bro. Especially motherfuckers who smoked weed that are still in prison in a state where now it is legal to smoke weed. Like, what the fuck? Whether you are pro-weed or you are, like, you don't fucking smoke weed yourself, but you're pro the legalization, I feel like you would be like, yeah, this is fucking crazy. I'm very suspicious of everyone. I'm fully expecting anyone in my life to kill me in my sleep. What? Also, I mean, to me, my anxiety is so bad that I scan everyone when I'm in public. It's not because I'm trying to be a dick, but my mind is just so hyper aware. That's fair.
And then you find out that the cops and the prosecutors who were involved in their case had done that to many, many, many people. Mm-hmm. That's another thing that people need to take into consideration. How dirty some people involved in prosecuting and convicting people are.
Yeah.
It's funny that Joe tries to argue that maybe prison made him much worse, but then right after that, he brings up examples of people who were wrongfully committed and got out of prison and were amazing people. So if somebody like that can get out and be positive about it and not commit any crimes and just live a happy life, then there's no excuse for what Sheldon did.
True.
Like there's another guest that Josh Dubin brought on Joe's podcast, Bruce Bryan, who was wrongfully committed and spent 30 years in prison. And in the beginning of the podcast, Joe starts talking about how amazed he is that this guy could be in such a good mood and be so positive about the whole situation. So if somebody like this can spend 30 years in prison for something they didn't even do and get out and be a great guy and just enjoy life, then Joe using the excuse that maybe jail is what caused Sheldon to go on to murder that guy just sounds
so happy.
Absolutely ridiculous.
Like guys started realizing while you were there your story. Like the word started getting around the green room, and it was one of those things where like, what? He just got out 3 weeks ago, wrongfully accused for 30 years, and here he is having a good time. It was a crazy experience to like be sharing the green room with you, because you could see everybody, like you became like the celebrity of the green room. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody wanted to hear the story, everybody wanted to talk to you, everybody was blown away by it, and by the grace that you displayed. Like the fact that you could be wrongfully accused, spend 30 years of your young life in a cage, and then come out and just be this wonderful, fun guy, having a good time. Everyone's laughing, having conversations. It was beautiful.
Yeah, and the comments for this episode were all really positive.
Bruce seems like a really, really genuine guy. I hope he heals and continues to make a difference. I wish we heard more of his life/experience, though. He deserves a pile of money.
Then people complaining about Josh Dubin talking too much. But
yo, it sounds like nobody fucking fucks with Josh Dubin.
People are like, damn, Bruce seems like a really genuine guy. I hope he heals and continues to make a difference. I wish we heard more of him. Somebody else said, this is one of the best episodes.
Just that bit of Bryant talking about that system and the day he got out makes this is worth a listen. One of my favorites in a while. and the story about him jumping into the pool.
Episodes in a while, definitely worth listening to.
Oh, my bad.
Somebody said, yeah, the best one I can remember. Bruce is really damn articulate and seems like a good person, even after all the BS he endured.
I'm always inspired by innocent people who were wrongly convicted, and in addition to mentally surviving the whole horrible experience, they elevate themselves by reading and getting degrees in jail. Most people would just crumble from something like that. He excelled in prison, and that's amazing. That is amazing, bro.
So if you compare this to the Sheldon...
That's awesome. I'm glad that there is these people that are very, like, pro, like, oh my God, how am I fucking blanking on the word? Like, you know, reforming people. There we go. Reforming people and them improving and becoming better and, you know, being better.
Johnson episode, there's a huge
for the world, you know, than they were when they went in.
Difference, you know, like I said, immediately with the Sheldon one,
because there is people like that, but also the system is kind of set like up to fuck you over a lot of the times. So yeah, like you gotta have a strong fucking will and a strong mindset to be able to get through that shit. There was a dude who sat in prison for a murder that I guess he didn't do. He claims he didn't, and I kind of side with him, but again, you never know. Anyways, he spent like 40 years, and then there's motherfuckers who committed crimes, and they go, you were a good boy today, so your life sentence is now 2 days. Yeah, bro, shit is... Our system's fucked. Chris, the only way I can take advantage of you is somehow convincing you to watch my shit videos I sent in the Watch on Stream Discord section, TBH. I love this community too much, and if a motherfucker is actively taking advantage of you in front of us, trust me, they won't wake up with legs in the morning. Nah. The most aggressive thing that I ever want you guys to do to anyone, if you guys, for whatever reason, feel so inclined to fucking stand up for me in any way, just hit him with an elbozo or the, sorry, bro, forgot someone asked or something like that, you know? But y'all are kind to defend me and shit. I appreciate y'all.
People realize, like, yeah, this guy is just a criminal. You know, he doesn't sound over it. Doesn't sound like he changed. I think he's just a bad dude. But for some reason, even after everything that's happened, Joe is kind of struggling to admit that, and he wants to try to blame it on the justice system. So that's about it for this video. If you guys want more content from me, make sure you go check out my Patreon account. I post
oh, he already made a fucking video about this.
A new video every week that's usually around 30 minutes long. And
30?
I think there are over 70 videos on there. You can hear about some of the cringiest or most awkward Joe Rogan Experience episodes and a ton of other stuff. If you enjoy the channel, I highly recommend it. There'll be a link in the description.
That's real, you frown. Chat here, by the way, I'm going to try and start to remember to do this more often. Here is the original video if you want to check it out. Go show some love. You already know, Too Lazy to Try, I feel like has been, like, if you're interested in these kind of things, it does a pretty good job at covering it overall. So yeah, go show them some love.